So, you just downloaded Ecamm Live, or maybe you've had it for a while, but every time you open it up, you're looking around like,
What is all this and what do I do with it?
don't worry, I've got you covered. Ecamm fam, what's good, y'all? In this video, I'm giving you a high level overview of Ecamm Live and showing you the very first things you should focus on when you first open it up. So think of this video as like the introduction to Ecamm 101, okay? We're talking the very basics. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get started with Ecamm and you'll definitely be less intimidated. So you know how when we were kids, seeing our parents drive, it was so intimidating with all the buttons, the knobs, the pedals and gears, but we learned how to drive and we realized it's not even that much stuff in here. We're not using everything all the time, but it's there when we need it and we know where everything is and what it does. So think of Ecamm like that. And to be honest, most of it is set it and forget it, all right? Let's go. So if you're brand new to Ecamm, you can use it to create some really dope shows and videos, whether you do them live or pre-recorded. But if you're not quite ready to hit the main stage, you can practice just by recording into Ecamm. And honestly, most of the videos that I record using Ecamm aren't even live. So let me show you around. So when you first launch Ecamm Live, it'll probably look something like this. So there are tons of different windows and it may look intimidating, but we're only going to focus on a couple things, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Window. I'm going to hide all utility windows, or you can just use the shortcut. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is connect your camera and microphone. So I already have my camera connected. I'm using a Canon R6 and it's connected to my computer via an Elgato Cam Link 4K. So depending on the type of camera that you're using, you may even be able to connect it via USB. So once your camera is connected, you'll see it pop up in the mini camera switcher down here. So as you can see, I have Cam Link 4K, which is the camera that I'm using right now. Then you want to connect your microphone. So I'm going to go up to Window and then go down to Sound Levels to see what microphones we have. So I already have my microphone connected via Scarlett Solo USB. Depending on your microphone, you may be able to connect it directly via USB, or if you have a more professional microphone, you'll be connecting that via an XLR cable into some sort of audio interface. But once you have your microphone connected, you'll be able to select it from the available options. So as you can see, by default, it'll be the MacBook Pro microphone in this case, because that's what I'm using. I can use my iPhone microphone if I wanted to, but in this case, I'm using the Scarlett Solo USB because I have my Shure SM7B connected to the Scarlett. So as you can see, as I speak, the levels are shown here. So once your camera and microphone are connected, you want to just get your picture looking the way you want it, okay? So go up to Window and then go down to Camera Effects. And you can also get to this right here. You can also hide your sound levels using this button. So I'll click Camera Effects and I'll expand this. All right. So I love this panel. If you guys have seen me on the channel, you know I use this panel a lot. So I don't really use a green screen too much, but if I did, I would just toggle this on and then add my image there. But I do zoom and pan, so I'll take this off. Boom. But I like my shot to be a bit tighter, so I'll click zoom and pan and then bring it in like this. So it kind of cuts out the lights you saw in the corner of my shot. Now I'll adjust the picture settings. So this is how my shot looks directly out of the camera, but I'll just go through and kind of eyeball these different settings to see how I like it. Boom. So this is exactly how I like my shot to look. And I don't really mess with any of these, but you could if you wanted to. You can mirror your shot. You can do black and white or sepia tone. I'll take these off. I like it looking just like this. So now that you have your camera looking the way you want it, you can actually practice inside of Ecamm by just hitting this record button here. But hey, real quick, before we even do that, you just want to make sure that your virtual camera and virtual mic are installed. So go up to Output, Virtual Cam, make sure you click Install, and Virtual Mic Install. So this will allow you to use this actual camera shot inside of applications like Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, etc. We have tons of videos on the channel about how to use the virtual camera, but go ahead and do that now. So as you can see, there are 3 modes. We have stream mode for live streaming, record, and virtual cam. So once your virtual camera is installed, you'll be able to toggle this on. But right now, I just want to record by just hitting this button right here. So I'm going to hit record. And once you're done, you can hit show file and your files will come up. So this is what I use to record all of my videos directly to my computer, including this one, without having to use memory cards and without even going live. But of course, when you do go live, your videos will automatically be recorded to your computer as well. So now that you have your camera and your mic connected, I'm going to show you a couple more things. All right, so I'm going to close out your camera effects. I'm going to show you scenes. So what are scenes? I'm going to show you. So go up to window, then go down to scenes, and the scenes panel will pop up here, right? So this is considered a scene, this is considered a scene, and this is considered a scene. So let's say you have a show or you just want to have some branded frames or graphics on your screen, that would be considered a scene, okay? So you're able to easily switch between them depending on what is going on your show or your recording. So as you can see here, I have myself and then I have a placeholder for a guest. And here I have myself and then two guests. Shout out to Doc and Keely, who I've used as placeholders here. So these scenes are created with what we call overlays. So overlays are essentially graphics that you add on top of your image. For example, if I move this overlay away, you can see what's going on underneath, right? But let me put it back and adjust it accordingly. So there are layers of graphics that you add to create these scenes. So there's an overlays panel. If you go to window, overlays. So here's my overlays panel. You can also get to it right here in the Ecamm window with this button here. So in this scene, I have this 3-person overlay here. So if I remove it, you can see I have these 2 images sitting there, so I can adjust them accordingly. So if I remove Doc, remove Keely, it's just me. But I'll add this back. As you can see, there are layers, and then my layer is all the way at the bottom. So if I move this up above this 3-person overlay, you'll see my box just sits on top, but we want it below. So I'm gonna move it below. Boom, there I go. So now I fit nicely within this box. So I'm gonna show you how to create these scenes from scratch, okay? So I'm gonna go to this scenes panel here, and I'm gonna click new empty scene. So here I am, it's showing my MacBook camera here, but I'm gonna click Ecamm Link 4K, and here is my folder. So I'll move this up. So all I'm going to do for this first scene is I'm going to drag this Marshall main overlay right onto the screen. Boom. So this one is done. So I'm going to call this Marshall. All right. So now I'm going to create one with me and a guest. So I'm going to click this new plus, but this time I'm going to do source blank. So down here in the overlays panel, I'm going to click this new camera overlay button. Then I'm going to click this pencil icon so I can change this camera view. So I'm going to go from my FaceTime HD camera to this Ecamm Link 4K. I'll hit it again because I actually want to change the shape of this to custom. So I can adjust it like this, but I want to go ahead and add this overlay to it. Boom. So I'm in the wrong spot, so I need to move myself over here and adjust it accordingly. Now I'm going to add another camera overlay for a guest. Hit new camera overlay, hit this pencil icon, and then go down to video source, guest 1. So you have to be a pro member in order to get interview modes, in order to have guests. So I'll hit this pencil icon and then go down to shape, custom. Doesn't have to be perfect. So you may notice that this box is above the overlay. So if I go to the overlays panel, I just want to drag it below the overlay that I created. All right. So now I have the placeholder for the guest. So I'll name this me plus guest. So this is another example of a scene. It's a countdown scene. So here I just have the countdown graphic overlay, which I'll show you. Boom, it's the same thing. I just put it on top. But I have a countdown overlay here. So in order to add a countdown overlay, I'll delete this. I'll click this countdown overlay button right here. You can change the look and feel of it, then add it. So whatever font you have installed on your computer, they will show up inside of Ecamm. So I have the duration set to 10 minutes, but of course you want to set it to something more reasonable, like less than 2 minutes, okay? Or depending on if you have a song or something playing, you would just match it to the duration of the song. So that's exactly what I do for Marshall Creates. So I'll jump back here and we'll create one more scene really quickly. So what I'm actually going to do this time is I'm going to go to me plus guest and I'm going to duplicate this scene. So I'm going to do Command D to duplicate it, and I'll do me plus 2, and I'll delete this overlay from the top. Okay. So I know I'm going to want myself and I'm going to want one guest, but I'm also going to want another guest. So I'm going to add this overlay first. Boom. So as you can see, it looks a little weird, but I'm going to move myself into the corner, and I can actually drag this cam link to the top layer to make it easy to maneuver. Boom, that looks good. Now I'll go ahead and drag myself underneath of the overlay. Now for this guest overlay, I'll bring this to the top, move this over, actually duplicate this by hitting Option, clicking and dragging this over. But now I don't want two of the guests to be the same, so I'll click this pencil icon. For this one, I'll do guest 2. So now if I have 2 guests, they'll be assigned guest 1 and guest 2. But you can see the lines here, so I'll just make sure I drag this overlay above all of these layers in the overlays panel. Boom. So now I'm all set up. You'll see these lines here, but it's just to show you the bounding box of these 2 overlays. And check this out, y'all. If I wanted to zoom into myself, I would go to my camera effects. Select my cam link. I'm going to zoom in. And I can adjust my framing. Gotta love it. And that's it, y'all. Now I have fully functional scenes ready to be used. So I can go to this regular one, hit the play button, myself, and one other person. See here, I'll adjust my framing. Go back to my cam link. Hit zoom and pan, zoom in a bit, and move myself over. Now I'm centered. That way I don't have to move and shift my chair and my microphone depending on the scene. And that's it, y'all. As you can see, it's literally easy peasy. That's just a brief overview of how to connect your camera and your microphone, and then how to set up some simple scenes so you can start using Ecamm. And just like I said at the beginning of the video, don't feel pressured to go live. Go ahead and hit record and just practice and see how you like it. Get comfortable with the overlays and the scenes. So of course you could either have a designer create your overlays for you, or you can create them yourself using something like Canva. We have videos on the channel about how to do that. So once you have your overlays, it's literally drag and drop. So go ahead and play around with it. If this video was helpful, let me know. Drop a comment, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. See you guys in the next video. Peace.